Okay, I don't normally record these, but I am going to today just because there are so many freaking newbies and I forgot to send the new link out and I just realized that these calls used to be on um, at 8 a.m. and I moved them to 7 because it's more convenient for me with Oakland's schedule and everything. Anywho, so I will be sending this in our leadership chat later for everyone to send to their newbies. But if you are new here, first of all, welcome. I am so excited to have you. If you have no clue who I am, my name is Lex Huffman, and I am everyone, if you're watching this, is Double Diamond leader. So if you ever can't get a hold of like the person who enrolled you, or you have any additional questions or anything, I am always available um, to help with that as well. So, first and foremost, I'm so excited for you, and you literally made the best decision ever by joining this team. Like, we are seriously such a family. It's so fun. I'm obviously like in my PJs, totally haven't even brushed my teeth yet. So, it's a family here. But the very first thing that I want to kind of talk to you about is I am not going to give you the specific training. This isn't a training on learning how to work the business. That is what your enroller is for. So your enroller is going to take you through, typically, if they are following the training program in here, a 10-day training for you to learn how to work this business. They're going to give you daily tasks, daily stuff to post, like all the content. So you don't have to worry about knowing anything right now. Like, we don't expect you to know anything at all, and that's okay. So the very first thing that you do when you have enrolled is your enroller is going to instruct you to go to eSuite and fill out your tax info. So eSuite is basically our back office. It's where we keep track of everything. It's where you can see all your customer reports, all your distributor reports. It's where you're going to see your commissions posted, all that kind of stuff. It's how you're going to place personal orders. It's basically, like I said, your back office, so that we don't have to carry any inventory. You don't have to keep any product on hand that isn't for your personal use or because you want to sell it for cash on hand. So when you first start, it's going to feel like a lot of housekeeping stuff at first. It's going to feel very like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to get to the good stuff. I want to start reaching out to people. I want to post. I want to whatever. But we, as your leaders, need to understand who you are as a person, how you best learn, how we can show you how to work this into your daily life so that you don't feel overwhelmed. So trust the process and just know that, like, the first couple hours, or depending on how quickly you get back to your enroller, you could be done with that in an hour with all the housekeeping stuff. But it's going to feel like you're doing a lot of housekeeping work before the fun work. But trust the process, and just know that your leader is going to walk you through how to get your first loyal customers, your first 6 loyal customers, as soon as possible. So we want to help you achieve that like nobody's business. So when you first join, you want to get your first 6 loyal customers. Let's talk about why this is important. And you guys, I'm like so all over the place. Normally these are like way more organized. But I am like 8.5 months pregnant and just totally out of it. But point being, your first 6 loyal customers, this is crucial. We give you a goal typically within your first like 3 to 4 days to get your first 6 loyal customers. That's totally doable. And especially with your enroller's help, if you're following instruction, that should be no problem at all. But it's just a fun goal. So if you don't reach that, it's okay. Nothing's going to happen. But we do need to get you those first 6 loyal customers in your first 30 days, because that is what is going to fast start qualify you. And essentially what that means is one of the ways that you're paid is by weekly $150 bonuses. If you're not fast start qualified, you don't get paid out those bonuses. The rank up bonuses, for example, if you are a newbie, you just enrolled last month or this month, y'all are eligible for a $300 bonus when you go Ruby this month, and or an $8,000 bonus in your first 90 days, okay? That's not including any of the other ways that you get paid. So you could potentially, just off of bonuses alone, be making $8,300 in the next 3 months. So come Christmas, imagine getting an $8,300 check, right? Okay, but to get those bonuses, we need to make sure that you are qualified. And to do that, you have to have 6 loyal customers personally enrolled through you to become Fast Start qualified, okay? And you have 30 days to do that. So work directly with your enroller, make that a huge goal of yours, and then just go for it. But the next thing is the auto ship. So when you first enrolled, your enroller probably told you keep your auto ship on. It is optional, and I can show you how to cancel it once you enroll. So you do have 2 options. You can cancel it and turn off the auto ship. If you don't turn it off, it will automatically come out. But if you want to cancel it, you'll just go into eSuite, go to auto ships, and cancel. I highly, 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 highly suggest leaving this on because number 1, you're not going to be paying for it this month. It's not going to come out till next month, number 1. Number 2, all of that product you can sell and make for cash on hand. So for example, if you're getting 2 bags of keto coffee and chocolate green packets, you could sell all of those bags collectively for, let's see. So you could make like $100 profit just off of your auto ship if you had that as your, excuse me, auto ship and sold the samples, okay? Not only can you sell the samples that are in the kit, but this is a write-off. So because you're now a business owner, you own your own business, all of these things that we're talking about that are expenses are business expense write-offs. So come the end of the year when you do taxes, not this year, probably, unless you earn all these bonuses, then you will be filing taxes for It Works this year. And that's a conversation for another day, but you will be pretty much guaranteed a paycheck. So let's say, for example, because you'll remember when you watched that newbie training video that we very first send you, there's 2 ways to be commission qualified. The first is 150 in personal sales every month, or the next is an 80 BV auto ship. The risky thing with just being qualified off of sales is that if someone returns something and you fall below that 150 and you were supposed to earn that $8,000 bonus, you literally won't get paid. So if you want a paycheck and you really truly want this business to work for you, I highly suggest keeping that auto ship on. The other thing is people don't want to buy products from somebody who doesn't use them themselves. If you are worried about the cost of this at all, you should be making more than enough money to cover it. And worst case scenario, you can always cancel it 2 days before. But if you're truly running for that $300 Ruby promotion and you're following the tasks that your enroller is giving you, you should have no problem achieving what you want to achieve in this. So an auto ship should be absolutely no problem. And you just think about a storefront business, right? You're going to be investing money back into the company so that you can grow. And that is just one piece of this. So if you have questions about that or confused at all about that, let me or your enroller know, and we can go over that with you. The next thing is you're going to want to immediately, if you haven't already, send some samples to yourself. You got sample credits when you enrolled. So you just go to the It Works sample app. It'll show you how many credits you have. And that's a 3-pack. So for example, 1 credit is a 3-day trial supply. So it's not like 1 sample. Does that make sense? So when you send yourself 1, you're going to get a 3-day supply. If you send yourself 2, you're going to get a 6-day supply, and so on and so forth. So you want to keep some of the credits because you're going to sell those for cash on hand. So that is how a lot of my distributors make their money back for their kit immediately. So send yourself a couple, and then in the team page, if you're a part of that and you just want to be proactive, there are scripts to sell them. And we have like training videos and stuff on how to sell your samples. If you enrolled with me, that's all a part of my training process, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So don't be too worried about it. You and I will go over it. And then the one thing that I always just like to tell everybody is trust the process. Okay, this is a business. This is not a 9 to 5. This is not something where you're going to wake up and be a millionaire tomorrow. Okay, this is going to take time to build. But what I will tell you is if you give it the effort and the time, you will so reap the rewards, sister. Like, I've been able to purchase my first home, quit my job, do all these things only solely because of this business. So it didn't happen overnight for me. It took me time and dedication and work to build. And we, as your uplines and as your leaders, are here to show you how to do the exact same thing. So trust your upline, trust the process, send the screenshots, do the things that we ask you to do, even if it seems silly, even when you feel like you're watching a million training videos a day. Soak it all up and just be excited to learn the new things, because the reality is that this is new and this is something that you guys have never done before, and that's okay. So don't get defeated throughout the process and trust us and be honest about how you feel. Like, if you are, I always tell my new distributors, like, I'm an open door policy here. And I want you to know that it's okay to feel like you want to quit sometimes. It's okay to feel defeated sometimes. I've been there. You're gonna feel that. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that people are not gonna tell you no. You're gonna hear so many no's, but you're also going to hear so many yeses, and those are so life-changing. Okay, then you want to make a dirt list and print your diamond chart. So if you haven't printed your diamond chart already, just go to eSuite, Document Library, search diamond. It's the diamond rank up chart. You can either print that out or draw it out. And this is important because that is how you are going to go diamond. This is your roadmap to going diamond and earning that $8,000 bonus. When you do that, you're going to want to go to your enroller and let them know that you printed it out or you drew it out, and ask them to explain it to you. There's also in Unit 1 in the team page a whole description on understanding the chart and understanding how to go diamond, okay? So if you really want to earn that bonus, you really need to understand that piece. And then making a dirt list. A dirt list is basically like a list on a piece of paper, numbers 1 through 100, any single person that you can possibly think of. You're going to write down family members first, friends, coworkers, acquaintances, people you went to high school with, and then you're going to start thinking like out of the box, like my mom's coworkers, my brother's friends, like whatever it is. And you want to write down 100 people's names, and you'd be surprised. It sounds like a lot, but you'll run through it really quickly and be like, oh my gosh, I actually have a lot more people than 100. But that's going to be kind of your basis. If you haven't started reaching out to people yet, or you don't know where to start, that's kind of going to be the group of people that you start with. And then, I promise I'm almost done and I will let you go. But self-development, okay? This is something that I completely brushed under the rug for a good portion of my beginning of my business. I thought that it was for people who, like, I don't know, needed help. And I didn't think of myself as someone who needed help at that time. And so I kind of just like brushed it off. And my leaders told me, like, you need to be listening to an audiobook every single day, or a podcast, or something to fill your mind, something to grow, something to learn. And I wasn't doing it. And when I started doing it and I started taking their advice, I completely changed my life, completely changed my business, completely changed my leadership. I became a better mom, a better wife. It just makes you a better person, ultimately. And I highly suggest that you follow your leader's instructions. And if they send you a free audiobook, really listen to it in the morning and get your mind right. Sorry, excuse me. If you haven't received a free audiobook, or your enroller doesn't have one to send you, I literally have like a million that I can send you. Totally no problem. You're going to want to start reading that every single morning. You can listen to it when you're showering or when you're driving or when you're doing your makeup or getting ready or cooking dinner or whatever it is. But listening to that is going to be huge. And setting yourself up with some sort of schedule. You need to have an idea and think of this as like, okay, I'm taking this on like a second job. So literally pencil in, okay, I normally work this day, like when can I work my business, right? And even if it's just an hour or two a day, I'm not telling you need to like work 8 hours on this a day. If you do, awesome. But it's not required. The best piece about this is you get to choose when you work, you get to choose how you work, all of that kind of stuff. So if I ever help you, or if your enroller ever helps you with like a schedule, just know that that is so flexible, and we're just creating that with you to try and give you some organization in your life. Excuse me, pregnancy. Oh my God. But you don't have to stick to that. But create yourself up as a schedule. And then ask lots of questions. Like, we are never going to turn you away for asking questions that you have in this business. And honestly, if you're not asking me questions, or you're not feeling like you're blowing up your enroller with screenshots, there's something wrong, because you don't know what you're doing yet. And our job is to show you how to do that. And if we don't have screenshots and we're not getting questions from you and you're not following the training, then it's going to be really hard for us to guide you to success. So take the training that we give you, ask a million questions. There are no stupid questions here, and have freaking fun, you guys. Like, this is going to seem overwhelming and scary, and like you're doing something that is just so weird and out of your comfort zone. And that is good, because that is where growth happens. And you are here because you are about to change your life, and you are about to change a million other people's lives. Okay. You were called here for a reason. You are on this team for a reason, and we are going to do incredible things together. But first and foremost, have fun with this. This is so fun. Like, I genuinely wake up excited to work my business every day, because I get to talk to people about these products and this opportunity. And part of that is because I have had a lot of my own personal success with this. So I'm just like, I know what it can do for people. And if you're new and like, oh, I don't have a story yet, I don't feel like I can talk to people about this yet because I haven't tried the products, or I don't know that they work, sister, I'll tell you, they work. I was able to retire from corporate America. The house that we're sitting under right now is purchased only because of this business. Like, I lost 80 pounds after my first pregnancy with Oakland because of this products, and got back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm literally like stockpiling products right now because I'm due in like 3 weeks. I'm like stockpiling products in my cabinets so that I can get my progress results. So again, that just goes back to using the products and getting excited. I did want to talk about one more thing that I don't typically talk about, but because it's that time of year, if you're new, we have a corporate event called Conference every year. It's basically like our biggest event of the year. They drop all these huge announcements, all these things, and give us tons of trainings and incentives. And then there's usually more bonuses announced and all this, right? And you're going to hear from different top leaders. This is typically an event that we have in Florida. So once to twice a year, I literally fly across the country to Florida and go stay with all of you guys, my team. We stay together. It's so much fun. And we just go for like a week, and we kind of have like a vacation / we go to this conference. And this year it's virtual because of COVID. So you as a newbie have a huge opportunity to get the same stuff that I normally have to fly across the country to get right in your couch. And you don't have to pay any money out of pocket right now. So the only reason that I'm telling you about this is because right now when you purchase your ticket, it's $190. And it is, it does seem like a big investment in your business. But again, it's a business write-off. You can sell samples to pay for it. And you don't have to pay out of pocket. You can go on and pay with your commissions. So your commissions that come out next month, it's just going to be taken from your paycheck. And you get so many perks when you purchase your ticket. When you purchase a Plus Pass ticket, you get 20 codes to enroll people for $39 instead of $99. That is huge, okay? Let me just give you a little perspective. If you were to use all of those 20 codes and you and your enroller, I showed you how to enroll people with those discounts, you would immediately be boxed for a promotion that makes an average of $4,000 to $5,000 a month. And you would earn the $8,300 in bonuses. Plus, do you see how the $190 investment is so minuscule compared to the $4,000 that you're going to bring in when you purchase this ticket, right? Okay, and this is where I will say, if I had not gone to my first conference, I don't think that I would still be in this business. Literally, conference completely changed my life, because you hear from top leaders and you realize that they are just like you. And if they can do it, so can you. And you just get really excited. And there's legitimate statistics. 60% of people who walk in conference walk out a diamond or above within the next 30 days, right? When I went to conference, I was an emerald, and I walked out a double diamond 45 days later. That's an average of $4,000 to $5,000 a month, right? So I highly suggest purchasing that ticket. Again, you don't have to pay any money out of pocket for it right now, and ultimately it's going to do nothing but benefit your business. You're also going to get product rewards so that you get even bigger discounts on products and you can buy in bulk. And again, you could make up to $500 to $600 from these product credits that you resell. So if you want to make fast cash on hand, if you truly, truly want to earn these bonuses, get yourself a conference ticket and let's go.